Copper for Christ channel. I'm Brother G, and I will be hosting y'all today for this quick piece of work. Today we're going to be talking about Hurricane Helene and her Haarp and the river of corpses that it has caused. Okay, now we know all about Haarp and the weather manipulation. We're going to delve into some of the reasons why they destroyed an entire community, and the media has not until recently put any coverage of this up there. All right, and one interesting thing and sad thing that they do, because they rely on humanity having fish brains and not remembering or having enough empathy to really delve into one terrible tragedy that just happened before they direct another one, which is this Hurricane Milton that's about to hit in Florida. So it's really sad. It really is. So this weather manipulation is something that destroyed Asheville, North Carolina. Now there's one bridge in and out of this town. Okay, one bridge in, one bridge out. There are, and it was destroyed, by the way. There are other bridges, because there's bodies of water in this part of North Carolina that are within the town. And to my knowledge, I do believe most of them have been destroyed. So this really hinders anybody from really getting to certain locations or getting out of these locations. One of the things that really struck me was somebody from there had witnessed, what they thought was Halloween costumes being washed away in the river. Well, it was not Halloween costumes. It was literally a river of bodies that was floating down the river. I've heard accounts of certain ranchers out there that had horse farms, things like that, and same type of thing. Bunch of dead horses floating down the river. It's really disgusting, and bodies are washing up on lawns, on lawns, and children are seeing this, and nobody's coming to pick them up. Nobody's, you know what I'm saying? Truckers. There's usually an itinerary for truckers in relief efforts when something like this happens. There has been absolutely zero amount of help, meaning, okay, we're going to have safety supplies and whatever, even body bags, whatever, to be shipped in. This is not corporately happening. There was zero response from FEMA. In fact, law enforcement has been threatening to arrest people. They have been confiscating people who are helping, which are a lot of local churches and people that do have a heart for God, that are taking their own resources and going into this community and trying to help the best way they can. Some of them are having their resources and supplies confiscated, taken away from them, and given to the invasion of illegals that have been coming in to systematically implode the United States from the inside out, city by city, state by state. And that's what they're doing, okay? The fact that FEMA is telling people not to help, not to do anything, they got it. Look, people aren't stupid anymore. People are waking up. Like the book of Joel says, that God will pour his spirit out on all of mankind in the end days. Well, that's happening now. People are no longer trusting these, nonprofits, these big nonprofits that never help anybody, like FEMA, for instance, and others. And, there was zero news coverage on the mainstream media on this until the other day. I believe the 6th of October was the first time they even acknowledged this. They're using hospitals as morgues. Now, hospitals should have a morgue in them. The entire purpose of an entire hospital is not to be a morgue. But that's, I've heard reports of that happening. And, this is biblical, but why are they doing this? Like, why do they target that area? You know, because I'm in Atlanta basically, and we got 3 days of bad rain, bad weather, you know, stuff like that. And you know, when things like this happen, guys, we have to pray. We have to pray that God will protect His children from any assault that the enemy is doing, that He will protect them and hide them and cover them under the shadows of His wings, like it says in Psalm 91, and that, you know, the angel of death will not hurt people. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be fatalities, but we have to use our prayers to, you know, command the angels to do what they got to do, because this is really sick stuff. So there's a mountain, I believe it's it's called King's Mountain. King's Mountain, which is interesting, in North Carolina, Asheville. And Black Rock Entertainment, you know, the same company that brought you guys the first Trump assassination. Yeah, Black Rock, they own this company that is called Audi Mero Corp. And because on this Kings Mountain, there's a huge natural deposit of lithium, all right? And this company has been trying to buy people's homes, just like what they did in Hawaii before they decimated, you know, Lahaina, like they did with the EMPs, the direct energies. So what happened here is people weren't selling their homes, and they want this lithium. Why do they want the lithium? Well, because there's a huge boom right now with electric cars. By 2030, they want everybody driving Teslas, which is like literally driving in a coffin, all right? Because whatever technology they're showing you and marketing to you, you have no idea, nobody has any idea what capabilities these things actually have. And they've already showed it in a movie where a whole bunch of Teslas, you know, drove on their own and crashed into some highway. You know, whatever that movie was that I think the Obamas made. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, it was in that movie. I can't think of the name right now. It doesn't even matter. But the fact of the matter is they want the lithium for these batteries, which is not a green way to harvest energy to make a stupid car that is just going to be a coffin and lock people in and do whatever they want. That's really what it is. So let's go to Scripture here and see a little bit of what God has to say about this. Because in Zechariah 12 and 8, it does speak about this. All right. In that day will I make the governors of Judah like a hearth of fire among the wood. Going to burn them up. And like a torch of fire in a sheaf. And they shall devour all the people round about, on the right hand and on the left. And Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own place, even in Jerusalem. Well, let's focus on this part here in the beginning. In that day will I make the governors of Judah like a hearth of fire among the wood, and like a torch of fire in a sheaf. And they shall devour all the people round about, on the right hand and on the left. Well, they've done that. And they're about to do that now in Florida as well with Milton. All right? Good old Uncle Milton. Let's go to Jeremiah now and see some more of this here. Jeremiah 9 and 22. Speak, thus saith the Lord, even the carcasses of men shall fall as dung upon the open field, and as the handful after the harvestman, and none shall gather them. Well, that's what we're seeing now in Asheville, North Carolina. The corpses are piling up as dung on the land, and no one is there to gather them, leaving all types of atrocities and things people shouldn't see, children included, ever in their lifetime. But they're seeing these things because it's a reality. And this is America. All right? This is a quick piece of work, guys. I'm leaving it at that. Some food for thought. There's people are covering this left and right, so that is what it is. Love each and every one of you. Reach out if you need anything, and we will see you on the next one. Ciao.